So here we are in the Maserati Quattroporte, and I just got the most lovely tour of this car by one of Maserati's service people who was an Italian guy and had just been in Germany for, I think he said, 8 to 9 months or so. And yeah, he gave me a tour of this car, which was really nice, and we took it for a quick spin. And now I'm actually on the German Autobahn, the A67, which is a very convenient place when you are in a big sedan like this one here, which is normally not limited. This car that I'm driving does over 280 kilometers per hour on the Autobahn. Today we are on winter tires, but I thought I will take this chance to drive this car on the Autobahn with you guys a little bit. I know many of you want to see that usually. I'm not really spending that much time with this car, I have to say, only a few hours a day basically. So don't expect me to get as much footage as usually with my test drives, but I really wanted to step at the opportunity to get something different for you guys for this channel. And yeah, just because I'm hugely excited about the Maserati Quattroporte, I have to say. So let's go for a drive on the German Autobahn, see how this car does. I think this car is one of the heaviest keys that I have ever used. Really solid. But it's keyless go. The start button is on the left. You know why I like that, obviously. We have an 8-speed automatic in this car from ZF, which is a very similar unit to what you get in Jaguar cars, for example, as far as I know. So let's go for a drive on the A87 with the Maserati Quattroporte. I will put it in sport mode for you guys here, because it sounds better than...
Nach 4 Kilometern nehmen Sie die Ausfahrt auf der rechten.
No, I don't need you, girl. I know my way around here. So careful. The section here is actually unlimited, but there is quite a bit of traffic on it. Oh, even trucks, that's not good. But I had it actually up to over 200 kph already on the way down here, and it behaves very well, I have to say. Traffic. So yeah, the Maserati Quattroporte is a very interesting option in this market, I have to say, for me, because here in Germany you hardly ever see Maseratis. It's all flooded by BMWs, Audis and Mercedes cars, obviously. But I think the attempt to go into this market is really good from Maserati. My first impressions of this car are actually really positive. I have a really nice sitting position, a big and nice steering wheel, these big aluminium pedals here. Actually, why not go into the manual mode? As soon as this guy in front of me gets us the truck out of the way. Let's see what he's got. I will leave the suspension in the comfort mode because the bumps are usually not that great when you're driving high speed here. Okay. That's 200 kilometers per hour. 220, 230. And it's no problem, the wind noise is not too bad. 230 kilometers per hour, now I have to brake a little bit. Yeah, really a great car to drive at speed. This is actually one of my favorite autobahns to drive on. And I'm cornering with 200 kilometers per hour right now in the softest suspension setting, and it's really no problem at all. 220 again. 230. And I'm barely on the throttle actually. So now we are at 240, and that's all I'm allowed to do with these winter tires. And it's no problem at all. The car feels really stable. Bit of wind noise, but really nice to drive on the Autobahn, this car, I have to say. Really enjoy it. There's traffic ahead of it. Traffic ahead of us. So that was a quick spin with the Quattroporte on the Autobahn. Now let's check out the interior, the exterior a little bit, and give you my driving impressions on a winding German B-road. Because that's, as you guys know, the place where I really love to spend time in my test cars. and that's where we are going to drive now.
Traveling in the Quattroporte is not only very comfortable, but always gives you the sense of setting yourself apart from the rest of the traffic. The styling is quite a bit more conservative compared to the predecessor, and from an elegance you might not be able to appreciate at first glance. In person, the Quattroporte has real presence, and parked you realize just how big it is. On the inside you find the same design language, all reduced to a certain simplicity that I find very attractive. The 8.4-inch Maserati touch control infotainment system keeps the number of buttons on the center console to a minimum. The system itself works surprisingly well and easy. Seating comfort and legroom are more than generous, making long travels an absolute joy in this car.
Not a bad sounding engine, this V6 here, I have to say. So let's talk a little bit about the choices of engines that you can get for the Quattroporte. Actually, surprisingly, for the new Maserati models, for the Ghibli and for the Quattroporte, you can now get a diesel engine, which is great here in Europe because, yeah, Maserati wants to sell more cars, and without a diesel engine that would be a tough challenge, I guess. The diesel engine is a V6 that makes, I believe, 275 horsepower. But I'm actually in the V6 petrol, which is also bi-turbo 3 liter. That makes, I believe, 410 horsepower. And this V6 engine is actually the first Maserati Quattroporte that is available with all-wheel drive. You can't get all-wheel drive in the diesel and in the V8, but in this V6, and that's great for people who really think about driving this car as a daily driver, I think, and yeah, maybe even in places where the weather is not that great or where you get a lot of snow. Part of me thinks if you're already offering something like a diesel engine in a car, make it all-wheel drive too, Maserati, because I think you will sell more cars if you had this option. But the V6 petrol here is a lovely sounding engine for sure. So now we are on one of my favorite driving roads here in southwestern Germany. I'm in the manual mode of the transmission, and we have the sport suspension setting switched on. And even though this car has, yeah, quite a bit of size and weight, it handles beautiful. I really like it. And the fact that I'm in a car that has all-wheel drive also is a great thing on these roads, because there's still a little bit of water on them, so it's a bit slippery, and I'm accelerating out of these corners with full confidence and, yeah, really enjoying myself considering that I'm in such a big car. Pedals here work decent. It's a ZF 8-speed automatic in this car, which is nowhere near as fast as a dual clutch, but gets the job done. And the sound from this exhaust is just lovely. Yeah, good fun to drive this car spirited actually, and keeping in mind how big it is, that's a surprise for me. There you can really feel the Italian passion, and yeah, that's great. Love it. So if you are already shopping in this segment and looking for your next 7 Series A8 or S-Class, why not do a test drive with the Quattroporte as well and see if you like it? I mean, it won't hurt, and doing a test drive is a fun experience, and I think there would be many people that would actually end up really enjoying the Quattroporte as a different approach, more sporty, a little bit more passionate, maybe not as refined and technically advanced as its German competition, but still something really nice to drive in my opinion. And yeah, that's actually my verdict. I'm really happy that I was able to review this car for you guys and share a few impressions with you on video. And I hope I can do more Maserati test drives in the future, maybe. There is the Ghibli available for those of you who want a smaller Maserati sedan, which actually looks very, very similar to this Quattroporte, I have to say, and has the same diesel engine and the same 3-liter V6 that I'm having here. So plenty of choice actually, and interesting options to go for if you're on the market for a car like this one here. So I personally really like it. I like the fact that it's something different, and yeah, that's my verdict in the end. Check it out if you're interested in a car in this segment, and tell me what you think about it.